It's time for your primetime forecast from Dr. Don's weather page in the Sheppard's Weather Center. Now, here's Dr. Don.
Well, hello, my friends. Here we go. Friday, September 18, 2020, on Dr. Don's weather page in the Sheppard's Weather Center. As always, please go over to paypal.me/Dr. Don WX and support our efforts if you possibly can. We greatly appreciate it. Speaking of support, before I get into the weather, kudos to the Randolph leader in Randolph County, Alabama, Tim Altork, and those fine folks approached me early part of the week and asked that I write an article about Hurricane Sally, so I did. And no, I'm not gloating, but I nailed the forecast. All of us get lucky from time to time. I'm very proud of that. But thanks to Tim and the Randolph leader for publishing that article and supporting Dr. Don's weather page. Talking about the tropics. Oh my, here we go again. First, let's talk about what's left of Sally. It's just a remnant low now. As it moves across South Carolina, we have seen several severe weather warnings this afternoon, a couple of tornado warnings, one near Myrtle Beach, the other one up there north of Havelock, North Carolina. And so that nasty weather is going to continue up through South Carolina and North Carolina, up into the Virginias through the overnight hours. And I think Sally, what's left of Sally, hits the North Atlantic and is gone bye-bye. Moving to the northeast at 24 miles per hour, top sustained winds now at 15 miles per hour. All right, so I draw your attention back down to the southwest in the southwest corner of the Gulf of Mexico. As of about 2 minutes ago, we now have Tropical Depression number 22. It is moving to the northeast at about 5 miles per hour. That is in the general direction of Louisiana. The models are still kind of all over the place. It appears that 22 is going to meander around a bit, but towards Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, maybe into Sunday, we're going to have to keep an eye on Tropical Depression 22. It is possible that 22 could strengthen and could move up into the northern Gulf of Mexico. I know that's the last thing you wanted to hear, but it is possible. We're going to keep an eye on it for you. Hurricane Teddy, that is a bad boy out there in the middle of the Atlantic. Top sustained winds 140 miles per hour, moving to the northwest at 13 miles per hour. I would be concerned about it, but right now the long-range forecast is showing that Teddy will turn back to the northeast and probably will not cause any problems across the U.S. mainland. But if that thing were coming at us, that would be a major issue right there at 140 miles per hour. We have post-tropical cyclone Vicky. Vicky's top winds now at 30 miles per hour, moving west-southwest at 12, which is kind of a weird direction for Vicky, but we'll keep an eye on that one. Also, Vicky not as strong today as she was yesterday. And then disturbance number 2, which will actually be disturbance number 1 now, since we have Tropical Depression 22. So we'll just say disturbance number 1 has a 50% chance of developing off the African coast. Still a lot going on out there in the tropics. I think this is going to go down in history, if not certainly one of the most busiest tropic seasons on record. Here's your Storm Prediction Center convective outlook for Friday. I like the looks of that. Nothing but white across the entire southeastern United States, with the exception of central and southern Florida, and maybe a little bit of the Outer Banks up there in North Carolina on your Friday, where we could see some scattered thunderstorms, but nothing of any great significance. Your map in motion, and you can see that what's left of Sally pulls on off to the northeast. We will see a little bit of an increase of moisture coming up from the south on Friday. That's kind of in association with 22 down there in the southwest Gulf. So south of I-85, we could see a scattered shower. On Friday afternoon, we could see a scattered shower anywhere across East Alabama or West Georgia during the day on Friday, but that pushes down south of I-85 by mid to late afternoon on Friday. So I think we're looking good. And then for the weekend, we're okay, depending on what 22 does down there in the Gulf of Mexico. Here's your goes east southern Mississippi Valley satellite shot from 22,000 miles above Earth. This is valid as of about 6:20 Central on your Thursday. It is Thursday, isn't it? It's been a long week, folks. Yes, it is Thursday. And you can see what's left of Sally pushing off to the northeast up there right along the South Carolina-North Carolina border, where the coldest cloud tops are, and that's where the heaviest thunderstorms are located. Cloud coverage across Alabama. We actually saw some blue sky this afternoon. Northwest Georgia got in on the action as well. It has stayed cloudy for the most part across North Georgia and Central Georgia, though just as the sun was going down a few moments ago, I did notice a ray of sunlight coming over the mountains. So some sunshine out there this afternoon. Total rainfall amounts. I've been doing a lot of work today thanks to a lot of folks that helped me put all of this together. We appreciate your assistance here at Dr. Don's weather page. And here are the rain totals for Hurricane Sally across East Alabama. And it's very obvious. The further south and east you go, the more rain we saw during Sally's trek across South Alabama. She did exactly what we thought she was going to do. The only surprise Sally gave us, really, was an influx in strength right before landfall. But that happens a lot of time. And there were indications that could possibly happen just before she made landfall Wednesday morning. But she did go to Category 2, but then she took the exact track we thought. She just kind of paralleled I-65 to a point about 40 miles south of Montgomery, and then turned to the right and rode right up I-85 up into Georgia. Maybe once she got into Georgia, she didn't turn to the right quite as much as expected, but then later, after getting into South Carolina, she did. So that was about the only difference. But look at the rain totals down there in Lee County. Auburn-Opelika, 7.4 inches. Beauregard coming in with 7.55. We saw almost 7 inches at Lake Harding. We had a little over 5 inches at Hamilton in Harris County. We did a little over 6 inches in the Valley. LaGrange coming in at 4.07 inches. Then the further north you go, we look up there in Randolph County, 3.52 inches out at Bacon Level, 3.17 over at Corinth. Thank you, Mr. Joe Knight. Joe verified that with manual rain gauges for us, which is always about as accurate as you can get. So he was able to verify that he recorded right at 3 inches even. We're picking up 3.17 on the digital gauge out there at Corinth. 3.35 at Standing Rock. We did about 3.55 inches of rain on the south end of Lake Wedowee, and then a little over 3 inches of rain up there at Swag. Heflin coming in at 3.24 inches. Ashland and Lineville both right there around 4 inches. And then back over in Tallapoosa County, 3 inches at Alexander City. A little bit more down at Dadeville, showing 5.41 inches and 4.62 down there at Tallahassee. Rockford, only about a little over 1 inch and 2/10. Sylacauga, just a little over 2 inches as well. And you get up there around Talladega and Anniston, Oxford, less than 2 inches of rain. And that just rides right along with the radar that we were watching yesterday as this system moved through. So how about the next 5 days? Yeah, not a whole lot out there right now, unless 22 comes marching our way. You see down there in the Gulf of Mexico, a copious amount of rain, but all that's out over the open waters. If that does continue moving to the northeast, then all of that you see down there in the Gulf may get pushed a little bit further to the northeast. Not ready to pull that trigger yet because the models just aren't in good agreement at all on what 22 is going to do, but we've got to watch that very closely over the next few days. You know, Sally formed basically down in the Florida Straits, so we didn't have a huge leeway with Sally, so that could happen again with 22. Your local temperatures for Friday, we go to 80 in Roanoke, Wadley, 81 up in Wedowee. We'll do 79 up on the hill in Woodland, 79 also in Ranburne. Rockford goes to 81, Dadeville at 81, Alexander City 82, and we'll top out at 82 in Auburn. It will be a very pleasant, nice, fall-like feeling Friday across East Alabama and West Georgia. And yes, there is a very small chance that we could see a scattered shower or two. Current conditions, we have 77 degrees. Wind is kind of stationary from the north, 77% humidity, dew point 69. We do have mostly cloudy skies, 10-mile visibility. Sunrise at 6:28, sunsets at 6:44 on your Friday. Here is your Southern Union State Community College live Doppler HD radar. This is looking at things from the perspective of the Shelby County Airport in Birmingham, Alabama, and all that green that you see is ground clutter. That's not rain, though the radar is picking up some really light showers over there in Mississippi, just south of Tupelo, and also just to the west of Jackson, Alabama. There could be some pockets of drizzle out there in some locations, and that pattern will kind of continue through the evening as well, but no significant rain is expected. Here is your Futurecast radar as we look at your Friday. We start this at 12 a.m. Friday morning, and it runs through 1 a.m. Saturday. Notice all that mess down there in the Gulf of Mexico. We do believe the rain will at least make it to the New Orleans area, up into southern Mississippi, southwest Alabama, and again, maybe some showers along and just south of I-85. We cannot rule out a shower or two across East Alabama. But if it does make it into East Alabama, I think it's after football is over on Friday. Now, we're going to have to fine-tune that, and we'll look at it again tomorrow morning and let you know if any of that is going to change. So here's your 6-day forecast from the Sheppard's Weather Center on Dr. Don's weather page for Friday. Just a 20% chance of a shower, partly cloudy skies, high temperature of 80. We'll dip down to 64 on Friday night under what I think is going to be a fine night for high school football. And then on Saturday, a 20% chance of a shower, partly cloudy, 73. That's just about perfect, 56. Now that is bonfire weather right there on Saturday night with a slight chance of a shower. And then look at Sunday. According to Webster, the perfect day is 72 degrees. Well, you're going to get it on Sunday. 52, your overnight low. Monday, a repeat performance, 71, your daytime high. Look at that overnight low, folks. We're almost touching the 40s, and I would not be at all surprised to see some of the cooler valleys make it into the upper 40s, both on Sunday night and on Monday night, maybe even again on Tuesday night. 73 out there on Tuesday, and Wednesday warming up just a tad, 77 with an overnight low of 54. But notice, for now, we really don't have any great chances of rain. But again, depending on what 22 does, all of this is subject to change. Extended forecast on the 24th. We warm up back up into the low to mid 80s, and we'll hold on to that all the way through the 26th. Maybe some showers and thunder showers returning out there on the 27th, and we stay mild all the way through the end of this month, which just started yesterday, by the way. Good gracious. Don't forget to go to drdonwx.com and check out our website, and also go over to the God's Country page and download the Mixler app and listen to God's Country anywhere in the whole wide world. And you also get to listen to my daily weather forecast. And you know, at the top of the weather forecast, I was talking about the Randolph leader being so gracious to support what we do here at Dr. Don's weather page. Well, God's Country is another example of that. Folks, this is a team. It's a partnership because it takes all of us to get the information out there to save life and protect property. Randolph Leader, God's Country, iSchool Sports Network, iRock and Boogie, all the folks that work with us here at Dr. Don's weather page is a huge part of what we do. So when you're telling me thanks for what I'm providing to you, also don't forget about these other folks that allow me to use them as an avenue to get the information out to you. We appreciate them as well. Mr. Kevin Moon over at God's Country, Tim Altork with Randolph Leader, Adam Slay with iSchool Sports Network, and iRock and Boogie. We appreciate all of you folks. Also, don't forget to go to our weather page on YouTube. We had this discussion during live coverage last night. That's the best way to watch us, because if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, not only will you get a push notification when we go live, but you can watch it on your big screen TV. And it looks a whole lot better. You can see the resolution much, much better on your television. So be sure you do that. So next time we have severe weather, you'll be able to watch it right there on the tube. Dr. Don's weather page is brought to you by Miss Judy Aubrey at Sheppard's Fine Jewelry and Gifts, serving East Alabama for 81 years. 334-863-2812. By Brandon Brown, BR Construction, licensed home builder. 334-744-1507. By Southern Union State Community College, Wadley, Opelika, and Valley. By Kelly W. Phillips for mayor. We're bridging the gap. Runoff election in the city of Roanoke is October 6, 2020. By Neil Johnson, Superior Heating and Air Conditioning. Superior service for superior customers. 334-646-0331. By Rick and Becky Rainwater of Remax Lakefront. 256-610-1390. Made in the South. Interior cleaning services for all of your interior cleaning needs. Call 334-863-0084. Made in the South is a fully insured division of the great folks at Southeast Soft Wash. By Auction 431 South, Mr. Joey Knight, 256-252-8932. Auction 431 South, Phoenix City, Alabama. By Mr. Mark Mitchell, Bama Diesel Repair, 256-201-3685. Bama Diesel Repair, Woodland, Alabama. By Jimmy Stevens of Jimmy Stevens Construction, remodeling and new homes, 256-610-1364. By Jamie Dukas, your Alpha Insurance Agent, 256-452-5131. By Joey Knight, Anchor Roofing, free estimates and free inspections, 706-326-2438. And again, folks, don't forget to go over to Dr. Don at Dr. Don's PayPal at paypal.me/Dr. Don WX and help us out if you can. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. We'll meet again on Friday evening, and we'll take a look at your weekend weather forecast. I'll let you know if 22 is going to cause us any problems down in the Gulf of Mexico. Right here on Dr. Don's weather page. Y'all have a great evening.